Hi there and welcome to the channel. I am the Motivated Miss Stitcher, otherwise known as Kate, and this is May 26th. I cannot believe it. And this is Flosstube number 19 for me. I actually for once checked on what the last video was, so that's fantastic. A little provisor before I get into everything. I've decided to do things a little bit more convoluted than I used to. I'm falling slightly behind. I'm just gonna grab my Whip Go board here. I'm falling behind a little bit on my Whip Go, so I have a lot of projects that are essentially goals for June that I may or may not touch. And I have touched but haven't completed the goal for in previous months. So as a result, I'm just going to show you everything at once and tell you if I'm gonna try to touch it in June and show you what I've done so far. Aside from that, I do have one project that I have actually completed, I believe, 2 squares on, and as a result, I'm actually, well, no, I completed 1 square on, and that actually has it all completed for the year, which is fantastic. So that's what we'll start off with. It is Sleeping Princess by Mirabilia. This one I have been working on the suggested fabric and 32 count. I can't remember what it was, but I've been working on it on a color completion basis, and this is where she stands. There was a lot of completion of, I'm kind of working at the bottom first, and then if the color goes up, then I do that. But yeah, she's getting there, slowly but surely. Can't really. If there's one thing I wish I could do this more fully, but there you go. So that is Sleeping Princess, and she is something that we will not see until, I guess, my whip parade in the new year. I had her on two Whip Go numbers, and they've both been called, and they have both been completed. Probably mostly because when you color complete on a Mirabilia, there isn't a lot of one color, and as a result you get through it a lot quicker in terms of goals and what have you. So now we're going into I guess stuff that I may or may not have touched last month, but stuff that are definitely is still on the roster for rotation at some point, if its number comes up. The first one of those is Twisted Mermaids by Mirabilia. This one I did not touch. I'm not doing them, I guess, on the called for fabric. I'm doing it on Witchelt 32 count French country linen, which is a purple, and it honestly makes it stand out fantastically, and I fully stand behind my goal on this one, my color choice on this one. This one, I'm still waiting on a few colors I ordered to complete this one, and they haven't arrived yet. So while she's on my board and on rotations, she's kind of in, I guess, limbo, or yeah, just limbo until I can actually get the colors I need for it. So that's where she is. And then we have Opal Fairy. Now this is another color that I ran out of a color for, and I didn't go back to. This one, I should probably check actually on what I actually did this, the fabric on. So I know it's 32 count, I'm pretty sure, but rather appropriate. So this one, as I said, I touched, I think late in April, but I didn't, as with Twisted Mermaids, I ran out of the color, and she's looking good for what I've done so far. She's on a 32 Brain Fog, which is why I said it was incredibly appropriate. I wish I could say it wasn't so, but I was definitely having some brain fog about what fabric I was working on there. Then Charlotte. She is a project, a sort of a stitch along for a retreat I'm going to in October. Very excited for it, the Queen City Stitch Retreat. And because the Queen City in down south, not here in Canada, but in the States, is Charlotte, North Carolina, someone made the bright idea of making this pattern our official, unofficial SAL, basically. And so, this one I finished one number on my Go board for her, and with that I just finished this, the far side on, like here, on this side there. And I did, before I ran out of a color or needed to get another one, started in on the second section that I have to complete on her, and hopefully I can get that done. I would definitely look forward to that if I could get that done. And the fabric I'm using is 32 count Opal Atypical, and the color's really turning out nicely on that one. So yeah, that is that with, well, for the Mirabilias for a moment. The next one I'm going to show you is Alien. This one is a full coverage that I started for an ex of mine, and I've committed, so I'm still doing her despite the relationship being non-existent, shall we say. So that is, and for this one, my goal is trying to get, or actually getting, 1,500 stitches in a month on this one, and this month I actually managed to get a page finish. So the page I was working on is just that bottom bit there, and I believe I will just do the second the second side starting this month. I will not get a full page finish on that one. Given the amount of blue, it's really hard to, there's a lot of confetti, a lot of blue confetti, so after I've done that 1,500 stitches or so, I'm done. I'm just done. I can't say anything more than that. So that's that. Oh, and fabric-wise, this as well as the next one I show you, I know is 32 count Bedrock by Be Stitch Me. And yeah, I will be completing the usual amount on that one, probably during the focus event on Wit Warriors. So that's exciting. The next one I have on docket is my snowman collection. This one I've always kind of set a loose goal of completing half a, or if the number comes up, I complete half a snowman. And I've got the 2 there. I finished the clown off this month. I'm not sure you can see it. Hopefully the lighting's okay. As I said, this is on 32 count Bedrock by B Stitch Me. The next, where did I put it? The next snowman I will be working on, if it in fact comes up, is the Shepherd. And this is a Cottage Garden sampling, Stitch With Me, I guess. It's the patterns are a little bit, there's 12 patterns, 12 snowmen, or will be 12 snowmen, but unfortunately, I'll be honest with you, they are a bit intense to do one a month, so half is a good thing. So hopefully you'll see half of him poking up on this piece of fabric next month, if all goes well. The next one I don't actually have I should warn you on this one. There is a little bit of some nakedness on this one because it is Dark Queen of the Earth, and I did decide to do the bare breast for it. So you will see that. I'm not necessarily, because it's art, I don't necessarily feel that it's nudity in the same way that pornographic images are. This is art. This isn't a real person. This isn't, it's a fantasy image. And I'm doing her on 32 count Hello Beautiful by Mystic Fabrics. As I said, she got her arms and her breast this month. I had just completed it like a couple days ago, which is kind of awesome. So hopefully we'll get, I think it's part 10 now on, yeah, it's part 10 on the 1st, and then it can be in my rotation starting the 1st of June, not July, June. Now, this next one is, Moonflower. And she is one that I've struggled with getting through a single section because I haven't had all the floss that I needed. So now I have the floss for this one. So she is going back in rotation so that I can finish what is mostly, it goes the other way. The little parts, I think on this side, they're not quite filled in yet. So that's where I'm going with that one. It will be a quick finish if I can, and then I can put, well, there will be another section, another section complete on this one, but if it doesn't get called for Whip Go next month, she can go in and I can have a shorter list for my July goals. But for this one, it's there, which is, it is what it is. You know the drill, I'm sure. And now for the 2 Whip Goes that were called this month for June, I guess. the two numbers that were called were 6 and 16, and so I'm gonna have to complete a second section on this. This is what is it called? Brain fart. Snow Maiden by Mirabilia. I'm sure you were yelling at me big time on that one. This one I've been working on recently, so you will see a needle in there, I guess. Yes. And I've just been working on sort of evening out the bottom there. And that will be one section, but I will be hopefully completing another section at some point this month. This one only has 2 calls on it, so once I complete that second section, it'll be put away. But I kind of see myself at least completing the first one off by the end of the month at least. I'm what I call myself, I guess, a serial monogamist when it comes to my my stitching. Yeah, I like to stitch on my multiple things, but before I move on, I like to complete goals that I've set for myself on a piece, and they're usually bigger goals, like a page or a certain number of stitches, just so that I can, put it down for a little bit, enjoy myself. So that's that. And she'll be, of course, removed once I get that finished. The last project is a new call, more or less. I did start her back in December, but their number hasn't been called for WhipGo, so this is T. I can't wait to finish this one because I want to put it up in my kitchen, and the colors are perfect for that. Anyhow, so I'll be completing them at some point, but for now they were called for one of the blocks that I had set aside for them, and that's what I had previously completed, which, to be fair, doesn't look like much, but at least it's showing up against the back of the fabric. Fun stuff. So I'll be hopeful. Well, if its number's called, I will be completing a section on that and doing another one sometime later in the year, second half of the year, which is fun. That is basically my stitching for or the rotation for the month going forward. Now I have a few things that I had bought for this month. Sorry about the. There we go. Sorry about the sound here. So as you're aware, as I've told you guys, I'm part of the Snowman Collector series, and I bought the latest, or now it's not the latest, but last month's, or number 6, and this is the Gardener. She's one I'm looking forward to. I think it's the first kind of feminine one I've seen so far. I also got the fancy floss for that, which is also kind of awesome, which is just sort of a light pink. Nothing too fancy to write home about, but hey. I'm writing home anyways, apparently. So that's it for patterns. The next thing of course, I'm also part of the Mystic Fabric, Fabric of the Month club thing. And this month's, look away if you don't want to see, but was, I got Opal Illusion in, what is it? 32 count. I like having some 28 count on hand, but I by far like working on 32 count fabric. It's my jam. So with that, that is everything. Stitchy wise, I guess I'll just go into a bit of what's going on in my life right now. Currently, I'm still not working a lot, which is unfortunate, but it does give me a fair bit of stitching time, a fair bit of opportunity to clean and take care of my home. Other than that, we're just having, it's just sort of day by day. Life is boring, other than, all the good stitching. With that said, I will probably look at signing off. If you like the video, please give it a like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I hope everyone has a fabulous month going forward, and that you are a little more caught up than I am on the WhipGo numbers. I'm wondering whether I'll be able to catch up at this point, but if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I would be happy if I just got a couple numbers, a couple of bingo lines completed. A blackout might be a little stretching it a little, since I do have some hefty scheduling coming up in the fall, starting in September, but we'll get done what I can so far. Anyways, everyone, have a good day. Bye.